In this video, I'm going to go over practice questions on linear motion, also combined with motion on an incline. So we've been given a block which slides down a 40-degree incline starting from rest. So here we have an incline, and then a block is there, is sliding on this incline down from rest. So the initial position, the initial velocity is 0. Okay, so now we want to determine the angle here is 40 degrees. We want to determine the acceleration of the system. Now notice that this thing is sliding down, so we consider the down as a positive because that's the direction of the sliding motion. That would be the positive. So the net force therefore on this mass in the x direction, we consider up or down as x-axis. Okay, so notice that we don't have any force going in that direction, so the only force making this thing to slide is a force we call Fg. So this is the x component of the weight, so net force in the x is just due to Fg. Now the net force is given by mass times acceleration, and Fg is given by mg sine theta. So notice that the masses are going to cancel out, so the acceleration is going to be given by g sine theta. So the acceleration in this case is g, which is 9.8, and then sine the theta, which is 40 degrees. Okay, so 9.8 sin 40, so that is going to give us an acceleration of 6.30 meters per second squared. Now the second portion, what is the speed of the block after traveling for 300 meters? Now we want to find v. What do we know here? We know u, the initial speed, it started from rest 0. We know the acceleration as 6.30 meters per second squared. What else do we know? We know the distance s as 300 meters. So we say v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. So v squared is equal to u is 0 plus 2 times the acceleration is 6.3, and then the distance is 300. So v squared is going to give us 2 multiplied by 6.3 multiplied by 300. That is going to give us 3779.59. So to remain with v, we take the square root. So v is going to be the square root of the answer. So the final velocity therefore is going to be 61.48 meters per second. So that would be the answer in that case. Given another question, a block travels up a 35-degree incline with a speed of 15 meters per second. What is the acceleration of the block? So what we have is this. Okay, this is an incline. Now been given a block, it is traveling up at an initial speed of 15 meters per second. Now notice that we have not applied any force to this block, but it is traveling up with that speed. The only force which is acting on this block is Fg. Okay, it is only the force due to gravity. I mean due to the x component of this, the weight of this mass. So the net force, notice that Fg is acting in the opposite direction to the flow of motion. So the net force will be negative Fg because it's acting in the opposite direction. So net force is given by mass times acceleration. That will be equal to negative Fg, which is given by mg sine theta. So the masses are going to cancel out. So the acceleration therefore is going to be given by negative g, which is 9.8, and then sine our theta, then the incline angle is 35. Okay, so the acceleration is going to be negative 9.8 sine 35. That is going to give us negative 5.62 meters per second squared. Second one, how far along the incline will the block go before stopping. So v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. Before stopping, that means the final velocity is going to be 0. We know the initial speed as 15. Okay, plus 2, the acceleration. Okay, the acceleration has been given as negative 5.62, the one we just from calculating, and then times the distance. So that will give us 0 is equal to 225 minus 5.62 multiplied by 2. That will give us 11.24 s. So taking this the other side, that will give us 11.24 s being equal to 225. So our s is going to be equal to 225 divided by 11.24, which will be 20 meters. Okay, so that is how far it is going to go before stopping. And now, how long will it take before the block comes to rest? Now we want time. What you can do is final velocity is given by initial velocity plus at. So we know that it is going to go to rest. The final is 0. The initial is 15. And then plus the acceleration is negative 5.62. Then times the time. So if we take this portion the other side, it becomes 5.62 times t is equal to 15. So if we want to remain with t, we divide 15 by 5.62. So 15 divided by 5.62. So the time therefore is 2.7 seconds. So that is the time that is going to take for this thing to come to rest. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope it was helpful. Have a blessed day.